Welcome back to the show, friends. I just got finished watching Exploiting a Victim's Loved One for Clicks and Views by Crimesleuthin, and it's her diss track, her call-out video of Whiteboy Lockdown Radio. And I watched her go through all of his comments, and it seems like he's falling short. And why don't you just go join her panel, Whiteboy? Because it's funny. Just go talk it out with her. People are in my comments questioning whether or not he's sober. I don't think he's an abuser. Although people are starting to question why this guy is always sweaty. Like, is there something wrong with this dude? Because clearly he has questionable ethics and morals if he can't see the inappropriate conduct that he's participating in. Only he's blinded by his friendships. And I am referring to Dawn and Candace, and I'm not saying anything about them, especially considering the more we're finding out about human trafficking and state-sponsored human trafficking. Now, so in today's video, we're diving into some serious questions surrounding Whiteboy Lockdown Radio and the credibility of his so-called anti-tragedy pimping stance. At the center of it all is Crimesleuthin, who is calling out Whiteboy for his questionable tactics. Despite his outspoken views on avoiding exploitation, Whiteboy has been accused of using victims' families and friends as clickbait, grabbing attention with sensationalized titles. And when it comes to disagreements with others, he hasn't hesitated to go low, resorting to body shaming Cher from Voices Behind the Wall. So, what's really going on here? Is it about spreading awareness, or is there something else at play?
Attacks families with missing children. Not this once, time and time again. It might be a good idea not to hang out with her. Anyway, it's not done with Voices. It's not okay to dox anyone for any reason. This letter is ridiculous, but that's not besides the point. If you can reach Avery, please ask her to take the public down. Dox. Why in God's green earth would I fucking call Avery? Talk to Avery. Unlike.
Okay, so I knew that these people had all of Avery's information. According to what I've seen, I thought that they had a way to reach her. She had posted my full name and location on a public social media platform. Openly, fully doxed me. I was trying to get a hold of anybody I possibly could who could reach her and say, wherever you doxed her, take it down. That's all I was doing in that. And I don't even think that I CC'd them in that email. I think I just forwarded it to her as part of our conversation, catching her up on the latest bullshit that Avery was doing.
Bam.
And I'm not going to show the messages myself because it needs to be pulled down. He went and made this thumbnail. And it said, Quentin Simon, babysitter, conversation. And then he put up some of the screenshots from his exchange with her. Now, she'll answer a lot of people. She's a very nice lady, and she'll answer questions here and there. But that doesn't mean that you go and use her private messages as content, especially without asking and getting permission. You just don't do that to anybody. I've had many conversations with her, and I've never put out one message. And until today, I've never even asked. So I want to go a little slow here so that I can, let's see if he's going to show up. The link is in the chat. And his email said, he'll be here. So let me show you the emails while we're waiting. Okay, so this was my email to him. Our emails are public on our channels. So I said, Whiteboy Radio, why did you share Diana's private messages? I know you didn't have or show her permission. Did you think you didn't need her permission? Is that how you roll? Talk about shenanigans. Take that live down and post an apology, or you can hit the link in my live to explain why you did this to Diana. She's the sweetest lady and doesn't deserve to be exploited even more than she already has. You owe me an apology as well, but I'll be getting to that later. Crimesleuthin. So then he responds, very ugly. Hey, moron, I'm good with her. It's a public case, and I've been doing what I can to help her. Everyone already thinks you're a nutcase. You do everything backwards. I absolutely think I will join your live derp, derp, derp. Where you at, big boy? You ain't clicked the link yet. And you've had, 10 hours notice on this, and you said you'd be here. Where you at?
So there's the invitation right there. She's not kidding. White boy. It's not a win for her to come over to your channel and you treat her like crap. It's better to kill her with kindness, brother. You have to love her.
I don't do everything backwards, unless you're talking about me addressing things from months ago now that I've had a chance to recover from what I was put through. Yeah. You want to call that backwards? Okay. So I got all my receipts right here, buddy. Let's go. You coming? Because I'm just going to get into it then if he ain't going to show up. Which is kind of ironic because months ago, and I'm going to pull this up real quick because it's kind of ironic that he's not here. Because as you can see, he did a live and he had tagged me in the description, and I didn't know why, because at that time I thought we were cool. I had always been cool with him and his significant other, and I defended him on different channels where people were talking mad shit on him. I stayed out of his drama, and he got me confused with Avery. He literally got me freaking confused in his little pea brain with Avery, and did a live and was saying all these things on this live that was really about Avery. So I brought receipts on that too, buddy. You want to jump on up here? So he did this live that night, and I had said, hey there, did you mean to tag me in the live's description? So then he's like, he says some ugly crap, and I'm like, I don't want no part of this. I was busy. I was with my family, and I told him that in the chat, and you'll see that in here too. I told him I'm busy with my family. I can't just jump up at, a moment's notice. He had just tagged me in the description, but he wanted me to drop everything. But because I didn't, then he announced that I was guilty of all this crap that he was accusing me of, which was all Avery's shenanigans, not mine. And he had his audience so confused. It was just the most laughable bullshit ever. And here it is. I've given him 10 hours notice, and he said he would be here, and there's nobody backstage. So let us continue.
Wow. So hold on here. 3801, it's actually true, sadly. Now, I think this has to do with the claiming that white boy's racist. I think that's just, like, she's kind of trolling him. Or not kind of. She is trolling him a little bit. I don't think he really is racist, other than I don't know him personally. I shouldn't say that, actually. But I don't think that there's anything racist about it necessarily. I want you to be the judge. We're going to go there right now. This right here.
This is his channel, and you can pull it up yourself. And look at that. But people want to back him up and support him. Okay. It's not real wise.
So what's this say?
You're giving us a bad name, dude. That's gross. That is racist. That is hugely racist. Not to mention ugly and stupid. So you can see him right there. This is his channel. And you can pull it up yourself. And look at that. But people want to...
He's got a channel geared specifically to white supremacists.
And support him. Okay.
It's a niche. It's niche.
So where you at, white boy? You said you'd be here. He literally said he would be here. And he's a no-show. After exploiting this poor lady. She did not give him permission. Again, Diana did not give him permission to show her messages. He did it anyway for clicks and views. And I asked him to take it down on her behalf. He used her for content. She confirmed.
It's one of the comments below. Angels, what does that say? Angel Atar Kanan 6252. Hey, sleuthing, hope you are well. This guy, OMG, yeah. Now he used to have a prison genre channel, and he was dogging the true crime channels, talking crap like crazy, puttering us down, saying all kinds of stuff about us. He said he would stick to his prison genre. She purposely misspelled that, genre. Well, a little while later, wouldn't you know, he completely switched over to true crime? I was like, Then he turned on Molly Golightly, and I believe he was instrumental in having, this probably is Molly Golightly, and I believe he was instrumental in having her channel taken down. I liked her. Yeah, it probably is Molly. I liked her. Yeah, she was a bit loud, and she was not for everyone, but she had such a good heart and good intentions. Thank you for calling this dude out. He's ridiculous and so condescending. Hypocrite, and I'm glad that someone finally called him out. You go, girl. Yeah, that's definitely MGL.
She did not give him permission, and she wants that live taken down. You don't do that to somebody. That is Quentin's loved one. Leave her alone. Don't exploit her for your own content, views, and money. You white racist douchebag.
So you're also taking part in the same behavior that you're accusing him of, or maybe you're fighting fire with fire, but you're calling him names like pussy, douchebag, all kinds of derogatory terms. That's not fair. If you're in the right, you have that psychological wall of truth. You don't need to name call and lower yourself and get beat, but with experience, as you mentioned. Oh God. So whatever.
Who doesn't even have the balls to come up here and face me. But you got the balls to strike up a live and go after people, because that's what you do every time. You claim that you were kicked off a panel when you really rage quit, and then you go strike up your own live and go after the person. Is that what you're going to do to me again?
Now, people in my comments keep talking about how sketchy Whiteboy is, how tweaked out he looks, and how sweaty and out of breath, and he might be, there might be a chance of snow tonight, if you know what I mean. Now, speaking about Molly Golightly, is Molly Golightly banevading? What exactly is banevading, and why is she here?
Boys and friggin' eating on live for months and just been existing.
Does he seem
now there's
sweaty
6,000 subs. Before you know it, there's going to be 10,000 subs. And that's this, all that hard work getting her out of here for nothing. So
all that hard work for getting her out of here for nothing. What did Whiteboy actually do to get Molly deplatformed? Probably nothing, but he wants to take all the credit for it, right? Because he's name dropping, he's doing all sorts of things, and he just wants to be associated with everything negative that happens to Molly.
So I'm not crazy. Break Time says yes, more and more. I have seen her on my feed. She's trying to make comeback. I don't even think the reason I'm pissed about this, I don't even think she's ban-evading. But I don't know. I don't know. She could be. Ban-evading is I'm not even 100% sure technically how that goes, right? So ban-evading is like when you get canceled.
How could this guy take credit for getting her deplatformed? He's so clever. Yet he doesn't really know what ban-evading is. You're suffering from disorganized thought. due to maybe that blizzard warning that's in effect for Florida.
If your YouTube channel gets shut down, canceled, right? If you break terms of service and stuff, you can't then make another YouTube channel.
Why do I seem like I'm in some sort of porno? He's got this camera like way down at his crotch all the time, like this. Yo, girl, you like the view from down there? How's it going, girl?
And live stream, because if you Google doesn't want you doing no mas, right? That your best bet if that happens is to go like no face, be a creator that uses like an AI voice or something, and you just can't show your face. That way you can do YouTube. It's kind of like your only option.
He does seem a bit tweaked out. Maybe he's on some supplements. I wonder if that's creatine. It seems a bit coked out. I wonder if he probably needs it for work. People are also saying that the reason he's getting so many viewers per live stream is that word is getting around that he's coked out. That he's all strung out on the devil's dandruff.
The craziest thing I ever saw in prison was for Canada. There was a guy named Alabama. He had these big old glasses. They're about this thick. Seriously. This guy looked on a map. He could see people waving. He had these big old chomo glasses. And he was a big goofball anyhow. And he was indigent. He didn't have no money. Okay. But he was a good dude, though. He's a good dude. And he would do dumb shit for stuff. Dumb shit. And he was nicking bad. So he's broke in prison and he's nicking. He don't have no money for tobacco. So we're on the yard one day, and he comes up. He's like, "Let me get a dip." He's like trying to panhandle off everybody. And you can't just give shit out like that. It's tough times in there. If you got it, sometimes you look up for your homeboy, but it's not like the streets. So he's like asking everybody. He's like, nah. He had money coming. So he's like, "Man, I got money." He had this big old country accent. He's like, "Come on, man, I have money coming, man. Just give me a can of dip, man. I'll give you 2 back, man. Give me a can of dip, man." And my buddy Busby, I'll never forget him, from Polk County. Big old white dude. He's like about 300 pounds. He was tight with Bama. People, I swear to Jesus Christ, this is true. He's like, "Come on, man, let me get a dip, man. Let me get a dip." And we're all like, nah. So he's like, "Man, come on." And then Busby starts messing with him. He's like, you got to do something for it. He's like, "What you want to do? What you want to do?" So he's like, he looks down. People, I swear to Jesus. He looks down. He goes, "Dip your ball sack in that ant pile." He's like, "Nah, come on, man. I ain't doing that, man." He's like, "Bro, I'll go buy it right now." So the dude's like, he's like,
What?
this. I want to talk about the mental case community, which is Crimesleuthin. That mental case. She has things to say, so we're gonna. I'm not even gonna debunk it. We're just gonna talk about that mental case community that travels over into the true crime community. And when I say the mental case community, there's like weird people that I don't know what they do. I guess they watch these cases and they visit these chats and they think like, well, I think I can do this, and that's cool. I'm all for anybody who wants to start a YouTube channel. But I'm talking about the mental case community. And what happens here is like an example of the mental case community would be like Andrew, like somehow, some way, Andrew from the Summer Wells case.
Andrew. Oh my God, I'm so sorry saying that Pandrew is part, if not a lead member of the mental case community here on YouTube. Holy shit.
Thinks that he can crank up a live and call people grifters or scammers. Now that's not calling the kettle black. But he's like in a mental case in his head. This is reality. This is reality in his head. And everybody else is like, wait, you scammed it. So it's like one of those things. But I actually invited the creator too to join the chat tonight that I will be reviewing and roasting. So let's see if she shows up. So let me just get that out of the way. Then we'll call Dawn. Shout out to everybody for the comments on Whisper. She's doing good. Put on my community. What's going on, guys? Watching. How are you? Choco's in the house. Who got the memberships? Let me see this real fast. Say the mental case community is coming strong, or at least they're trying. But this guy Joe Wells is out of control. Out of control. Let me see who got these memberships. So I get this 5. Bamity bam. We got Wildfire got one. Eberg, you're probably in the bushes. Missouri got one. Luke Vega and San Grenil. I always like gifting the memberships because if I know you from the comments or whatever, you get one, that's freaking awesome. But I like it because it gifts to lurkers. But there's a lurker right now, and if you gift a membership, even if anybody buys a membership, you can catch people in the bushes, and it's so awesome because they, especially if it's like somebody like you don't like they're lurking and they're like literally watching, right? And it just ganks them in the comment section. You have to love it. So we like that. We love that. But anyway, I want to show you guys this this threat that I got served in my comments. And it's very serious. And I'm taking this very, like, I need legal fees at this point, people. Okay, on legal charges. Like, I have my co-defendant with me. Granny's watching it here. People, we're going down. Okay, we may be going to prison. This is not even funny. And I'm just like, what? Crimesleuthin. You guys remember that?
Here we go.
Case. So the lady does a live. Look at it. Exploiting a victim's loved one for clicks and views. Now this Karen is big mad because she decides to somehow, some way, this one thinks that by the last live that I did, when I was talking about Miss Diane and the Quentin Simon case, we played some of the trial. Now this moron thinks that because I showed you guys my communication with Miss Diane, that I'm exploiting her. What an idiot. I literally have defended Miss Diane out the yin yang, big time. I have no problem with her. But what did this lady do? Well, let me explain it. So this moron, Crimesleuthin, and please leave it in the chat if you've heard other creators talk about this idiot, this mental case. Like I said, she's like worse than a Pandrew. This lady decides to contact Miss Diane and like try to stir the pot. Like it was the most senseless thing to do. The last live I did, I
So hold on. It's funny that Whiteboy takes one side over the other when in fact they're both participating in the very same act. They're just opposite ends of the spectrum, seemingly, or just people who are looking for somebody to say, "Look who I'm better than." You know, at least I'm not doing that. But they're both in the same community, talking about the same cases in that sense.
Hey, update on Miss Diane. Look, did you guys watch her take the stand? I reached out to her. She's in good spirits. It was very like quick. But she tried to stir the pot because she thinks that I'm going to give her an apology, which would never happen. She could suck my balls. But here's my response to her, right? Check this out. Let me give you the entire thread here. So I said, hey, Mona, I'm good with her. It's a public case. And I've been doing what I can to help her. Everyone already thinks you're a nutcase. And you do everything backwards. I absolutely think I will join your live. Now, I would not give that lady, if I joined her live, what would happen is I would destroy her, overtop her, and embarrass her on her own live stream, which I wouldn't mind doing, but I've been working my ass off, people, and I can't join her live when she does it. She's free to come over here and voice her opinion, but she emails me this. Now watch the lingo. I'll get the receipt up to you. Give me 1 second. Now peep the lingo. Peep the lingo. Like if this lady is she has no credibility and not even in crime. Okay, here she goes. She might have emailed me again. What time is it? Oh, she wants the link. She's in here. Oh, you want the link? Here, I think she's in here. Where's the lady at? Do we have her in here? Major days in your life, any major moments with photos with people of color at those events, maybe a wedding. Can you provide those right now?
I showed receipts on my live.
No. You don't have receipts. You're showing people merch that I don't have. That's not my merch. You're such a moron.
I showed you other
watch the video. It's my turn to talk. This is how this is going to go. So this is how this is going to go. I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to be quiet so you can answer. And when you talk, the same thing. We're not going to be doing all this because it doesn't hear good. But when you're showing merch that I don't have, you watch somebody else's live, and you're copying their said dirt. I don't have a StreamYards. I will give you $1,000 cash money right now if you could provide excuse me, I don't have a Teespring. If you could provide that I have a Teespring account, I'll give you $1,000. I will delete my channel right now on live if you can prove I have a Teespring account. But you're such a moron. You're watching another tragedy pimp, their video, and you're repeating the information. It's kind of how these missing people cases go. But
What about
your
your YouTube?
grievance, lady, I'm not done talking. That's just how this is going to work. I'm going to be quiet when you talk. Your grievance is I showed and exploited Miss Diane. First of all,
Yes.
those are text messages to me. I could show whatever I want. How did I exploit her? And if you knew, and you don't even have the whole conversation, dirt. Also, I, more than anybody on this platform, stuck up for that lady and had her back. What you're doing is demanding an apology that you think, and you're.
Here's another thing that they have in common. They both use virtue signaling as a way to demonstrate to the audience how superior they are. For example, that was just one about talking nice about Diane online all the time. They both use that as some sort of signal to everybody, letting them know that, oh, how virtuous I am. They have that in common. They should be like, they should do a show together.
Looney Tune head that I owe you, and you're exploiting her and using her for it. So before you answer those, let's do this. Why did you scan the Idaho 4 victims? Why'd you run that Michael Long page? Why are you always getting called out for scamming? And what grounds do you think that you could fuck a white boy? Is what the people want to know.
Objection, compound question. You see, this is what you're doing. You're gaslighting your audience right now. You're throwing like things at me, all slanderous, and you're going to give me about 10 seconds to respond, right? And then you'll go on to another thing. So I will respond in full to everything that you just said, because unlike you, I don't have the memory of a goldfish.
Lady.
So let's start with the first thing that you just said. All right. I didn't scam anybody. I showed all of my receipts. Me and Kara are very good.
Oh, I'm driving to work.
I didn't say I was driving to work.
Lady.
Memory of a goldfish, people.
You emailed it. After that, you immediately emailed. And you wrote a big caring Bible of why I should have done that. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. I don't even read your emails. You're just like a nut. Why do you
that's the problem.
Hours of your life writing me emails that I don't read? Why do you think
that's the problem?
To you? Why do you think
that is the problem?
To me as if I give a fuck about what you do and your shenanigans on YouTube. You should be fortunate that I don't cover you. But after tonight, guess what, honey? You're in the spin.
You go right ahead.
I can show every email that you've written. But
you didn't do
it. I didn't do it. Do you know how nuts you sound? Do you know how crazy you sound?
I do my research before I hit go live. You didn't.
What the fuck are you even talking about?
I just tried to explain it to you and you muted me a while ago. When you were reading stuff from Avery, you were putting it on my name in that live. You were reading things that was actually hers, but you were saying that it was me. And then you read her cease and desist letter that she had sent to me, and you said it was mine to her. You were so fucking confused because you didn't research.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that you're dead right and I have it all wrong. I'm just going to leave reality and go to you in your reality. So if this is true,
what you did,
what you just said, this is why you thought it was a good idea to contact Miss Diane, stir the pot. It's clear to anybody who's watching me knows I'm working a lot. I voiced it on my community posts. You thought it was a good idea to reach out to Miss Diane and stir the pot and use that as a good way to get an apology from me? Is that what I'm understanding?
You did not have her permission, and she didn't want her messages on here. She wants you to take down the live.
That's not true.
I showed that from her.
You're trying. What you're saying right now? What you're saying right now?
If you care about her,
lady, what you're saying right now?
Why would you ignore that?
What are you talking? You don't even know the whole conversation I've had with her. What the fuck are you even saying?
She didn't give permission for any of her messages to be shared. I don't have to give
permission for nobody. It's my text message, and it's got nothing to do with nothing.
Well, you're not going to get anything else from her.
Maybe
it would be common courtesy. What she's saying is it's faux pas.
A moron. Let me show
you did that.
Look what you're carrying. Look what your grievance is about. Let's show the text messages, you fucking moron. What are you? You're an idiot. Look what you're saying. Let me tell you how crazy you look. What permission do I need to read this, you fucking mental case?
You
Hey,
skipped
your testimony on stand. You did a great job. She says, thank you very much. You fucking mental case.
because
see
it
what
was
the
a
next one she
private
said.
conversation.
That's all I mean right there. You mental
It's a
case.
private conversation, and she
Yeah,
didn't
no,
want this message to share.
So,
And I'm sorry you don't get that, but that's your problem.
So what you're trying to do is take this and make it way bigger than it is. Create something for an apology. Keep it real. Keep it real.
You even did a clickbait title to it.
You contacted her.
I talk to her often.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I talk to her.
You'll shut up. You'll shut up. You're on my panel. There was never a problem with anything that I've done until you went and tried to create a problem, but you even sound crazy to her.
No, it was a problem.
So where's the track record where I do this to families and victims or whatever you say? Where's it at? Did I just start Friday? Did I start Friday? I don't scam the Idaho 4 people. Never gonna.
I didn't either. I did not either.
Lady, there's documented receipts on that.
There's documented receipts on my channel. I walked into a trap. Are you so dense and you don't understand?
Guys, one, if this lady's a mental case. 2, if she's like better than TBI, she's a true crime analyst. Not going to hurt my feelings any which way you vote.
Anybody.
Just want to read the room, if you will. Just want to read the room.
I'm not looking at chat.
Oh, yeah. This one lied about Sebastian's TBI poster with an edited pic. Trying to reason with her is like talking to a wall. Yeah, absolutely. It's irritating.
Okay.
Check out the creators in the community, please. They're doing on the thing.
No.
What is your That's a bad comment. Because you always snitch.
Yeah, okay. Hi, snitch.
Why would you call her a snitch?
Oh, so you don't know what you're talking about?
I put 2 creators on the screen. Neither one
wasn't chasing.
Huh?
It wasn't chasing. Unsupervised spelled some information, snitching to
I know exactly what you're saying, and that doesn't make her a snitch. What's that? That doesn't make her a snitch because she contacted somebody.
You supposedly read the RICO documents, or you would know that.
Hey, moron, I know exactly what you're trying to say. But what you're doing is trying to stir the pot again on my panel, and I don't consider what she did.
No, I am here because you were too chicken to come to me when you said
read the room. Read the room. Read the room.
I'm not reading the room.
Everybody doesn't have it wrong. You're just a mental case.
You are the mental case.
No, I'm not, baby. You're
look at my life, everybody, because he is the mental case. Not me.
Cares about your life. You get 200 views on the live. You're not going to
on your live.
I don't even get any views.
On your live, you said that I was the brains behind Justin for All, and that I was.
I just had enough, y'all. I'm not going to lose my voice over a trash event. And as you can see, it's like literally. Watch what's going to happen. Watch this. Oh, who's this? Deb Lynn. Is that her name? Deb Lynn? Oh, her name is Lynn, I guess. You got to change your name when you do the stream yards. Because if I don't know you, I'm going to read it.
As we wrap up, it's clear that Crimesleuthin has raised some serious questions about Whiteboy Lockdown Radio and his self-proclaimed stance against tragedy pimping. Well, Whiteboy has positioned himself as someone who calls out exploitation. These recent accusations tell a different story. Using the names of victims, families, and friends as clickbait and stooping to body shaming Cher from VBTW paints a troubling picture. So where does this leave us? Are these actions truly helping to stop exploitation, or are they fueling it in a different form? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more discussions on cases that matter. Until next time, stay informed and stay critical.